Every Porsche owner eventually faces a moment of reckoning. It usually happens about 12 months into ownership. You walk into the dealership for a minor service, just an oil change and an inspection, and you're handed a bill for $600. Or perhaps you're looking at a 40,000-mile major service and the estimate starts with a 4. Why? Is it just the badge? Is it a tax on the wealthy? Or is there something deeper happening under that galvanized steel skin? Today, we are going into the structural economics and engineering rationales of Porsche maintenance. We're going to look at the PIWIS diagnostic moat, the $20,000 PDK gamble, and the while you're there factor that turns simple repairs into multi-thousand-dollar projects. If you've ever wondered why Porsche maintenance is so pricey or how to beat the system, this is the definitive breakdown. The first thing to understand is that Porsche doesn't design cars for function alone. They design for feel. A Toyota is designed to start every morning and get you to work. A Porsche is designed to maintain a specific steering feedback, a certain crispness in the gear change, and thermal stability at temperatures reaching 120 degrees Celsius. This precision comes at a literal cost in packaging. Most modern cars have the engine in the front, with plenty of room for maintenance access. Porsche, however, insists on rear engine or mid-engine layouts for handling balance. This creates a thermal management nightmare. To keep a 911 cool during a track day, Porsche uses multiple radiators in the front, complex electric water pumps, and intricate coolant routing that has to travel the entire length of the car. But here is where it gets expensive for you: packaging. Because everything is packed so tightly, simple tasks are anything but. On a Porsche Panamera, replacing the air filter, a $30 part, requires you to remove the entire front bumper, both front wheels, and the fender liners. That's not a 10-minute job. That's 2 to 3 hours of labor before the mechanic even sees the filter. On a Macan S, a water pump or thermostat replacement can take 10 hours of labor because the intake system and radiator hoses have to be completely disassembled just to reach the component. This complexity turns routine maintenance into a major surgery. Porsche cooling systems are among the most sophisticated in the automotive world. Because the engines are often tucked away where airflow is limited, the cooling system must be over-engineered to prevent heat soak. Modern Porsches use heat exchangers that support both the engine and the transmission, ensuring that the PDK fluid remains at optimal temperatures even under track loads. However, these systems are vulnerable. On models like the 718 Cayman and Boxster, the radiators sit very low to the ground. Over time, they collect leaves, pebbles, and road debris. If not cleaned regularly, this debris traps moisture against the aluminum radiators, causing corrosion and eventual leaks. A simple radiator cleaning is a standard part of Porsche maintenance, but it requires bumper removal, adding hundreds of dollars in labor to prevent a multi-thousand-dollar cooling failure later. If the engine is the heart, the Porsche doppelcoupling, the PDK, is the brain. It is arguably the best dual-clutch transmission in the world, capable of millisecond shifts that feel like a bolt of lightning. But it is also a precision instrument that lives in a high-shear, high-heat environment. The PDK relies on specialized hydraulic fluid that performs 3 impossible jobs: lubricating gears, cooling internal parts, and providing the pressure for clutch engagement. Neglect this and the consequences are catastrophic. We aren't talking about a $2,000 repair. A full PDK replacement from a dealer can exceed $20,000 because traditionally these units were not designed to be serviced internally. This is why Porsche specialists are so adamant about service intervals. While the manual might suggest a long interval, real-world conditions like stop-and-go traffic or spirited driving break down that fluid much faster. A proactive fluid and filter service might cost you $850 to $1,500, but in the world of Porsche, that is the cheapest insurance policy you will ever buy. A recurring point of sticker shock for new Porsche owners is the cost of a standard oil change. In a world where a $60 oil change is the norm, Why does Porsche charge $400 to $600? It comes down to volume and specification. Most modern Porsche engines, particularly the flat 6 and V8 variants, have massive oil capacities. A typical 911 requires between 8.5 and 10 quarts of synthetic oil. For high-performance models like the GT3 RS, which utilize a full dry sump system for consistent lubrication during high G maneuvers, the capacity can exceed 10 quarts. Porsche mandates the use of oils meeting the A40 specification, which ensures the lubricant maintains its viscosity and protection levels under extreme thermal stress. Approved oils, such as Mobil 1 0W40, typically cost between $12 and $18 per quart. When you factor in the high volume, the cost of the oil alone often exceeds $150. Add in a $40 OEM filter and 2 hours of specialized labor, and the $500 bill starts to make mathematical sense. Now let's talk about the Porsche Tax. This is the markup you pay for the little gold crest on the box. For decades, owners have debated whether genuine Porsche parts are actually different from OEM parts. Here's the secret. Porsche doesn't make its own spark plugs. Bosch does. They don't make their own brake pads. Brembo does. They don't make their own taillights. Hella does. If you buy a genuine Porsche spark plug from a dealer, it comes in a Porsche box and might cost you $33. If you buy the exact same Bosch plug in a Bosch box, it's $7. That is a 333% markup for a cardboard box. The same applies to taillights. An OEM Hella unit is often exactly half the price of the one with the Porsche logo. By sourcing OEM parts and using a qualified independent specialist, owners regularly save 30 to 50% on maintenance without losing a single ounce of quality. When you're browsing the used market, you'll see those beautiful yellow calipers. Those signify PCCB, Porsche Ceramic Composite Brakes. They are the gold standard for stopping power, and they produce almost zero brake dust. But here's the financial reality. Replacing a full set of PCCB rotors and pads can cost between $15,000 and $25,000. A single pair of front rotors can cost upwards of $12,000. Even a clumsy wheel change where the wheel knocks against the brittle ceramic disc can chip it, necessitating a multi-thousand-dollar replacement. This is why you'll see many serious track drivers actually remove their $20,000 ceramic brakes and swap them for $1,000 steel rotors for track use, saving the ceramics for when they eventually sell the car. It's a classic example of performance you can't afford to use. Many high-end Porsche models like the GT3 and Turbo S come equipped with center-lock wheels. These look incredible and allow for faster wheel changes in a pit lane, but they are a maintenance nightmare for the street owner. To properly service these wheels, you need a 3/4-inch torque wrench capable of reaching 600 Newton-meters of torque. These wrenches are nearly 4 feet long and can cost over $1,000. Furthermore, the process usually requires 2 people, one to sit in the car and stand on the brake pedal to keep the hub from spinning, and another to apply the massive amount of force required to click the wrench. Most chain tire stores won't even touch center-lock wheels because of the liability and the specialized grease required for the locking mechanism. Why can't your neighborhood mechanic just fix your Porsche? It comes down to the PWIS, the Porsche Integrated Workshop Information System. This isn't just a code reader, it's a proprietary software gateway that is required for almost everything. Want to register a new battery so the alternator charges it correctly? You need PWIS. Want to calibrate the PDK after a fluid change? You need PWIS. Even something as simple as resetting a service light on a newer 992 or Taycan often requires a connection to Porsche's central servers for online coding. The official dealer-level setup can cost upwards of $20,000 for a shop to maintain. Porsche has effectively built a technological moat around their cars, ensuring that for many high-level tasks, you have to go back to the source. There's a myth that electric cars don't need maintenance. While the Taycan eliminates oil changes and spark plugs, it introduces its own set of high-voltage headaches. The Taycan is a heavy car, over 5,200 pounds, with massive instant torque. Because of that weight and power, it eats performance tires for breakfast. Many owners report needing a full set of tires in as little as 10,000 to 15,000 miles. At $1,400 to $2,200 a set, that fuel saving disappears pretty quickly. Then there's the 12-volt lithium-ion auxiliary battery. Unlike the lead-acid battery in a standard car, this unit is highly sensitive. If the car sits for more than 2 weeks without a specialized lithium trickle charger, the 12-volt battery can die, bricking the entire 800-volt system. Replacing it and introducing the new battery to the car's software can cost $600 at the dealer. If you look at some reliability rankings, they place Porsche at the very bottom. RepairPal, for instance, has ranked the brand 32nd out of 32. That sounds terrifying, but if you look at JD Power, Porsche consistently finishes in the top 10 for dependability. Who is right? Both. Reliability rankings often measure reliability through the lens of cost and frequency of shop visits. Because a Porsche oil change is $600 and a major repair is $5,000, it is labeled unreliable. JD Power measures how often things actually break. Porsches are remarkably sturdy. They don't break often, but when they do, it's expensive. The mechanical durability of a well-maintained 911 is exceptional, often reaching 150,000 to 200,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. Can you daily drive a high-mileage Porsche? Absolutely, but you have to understand the difference between mileage wear and aging wear. Mileage wear is what you expect: brakes, clutches, and tires, but aging wear is the silent killer. Rubber bushings, engine seals, and plastic coolant fittings become brittle over time, regardless of how many miles are on the clock. A 20-year-old 911 with only 20,000 miles can still have a leaking engine and torn suspension bushings because the rubber simply dried out. If you're buying a used Porsche, the service history is your most valuable asset. In the Porsche community, a car with a notebook full of invoices is worth a $5,000 premium over a bargain car with no records. Maintenance isn't just a chore, it's a financial instrument that protects your resale value. This is a term every Porsche owner learns quickly. Because of the labor-intensive nature of accessing components, it is rarely logical to fix only one thing. If you are paying $1,500 in labor to remove the bumper and intercoolers to reach a small coolant leak, you might as well replace the water pump, the drive belt, and the thermostat while the car is apart. This preventative bundling is why a single invoice can quickly balloon into a $4,000 or $5,000 event. It saves you money in the long run, but it requires a stomach for large, occasional bills rather than small, frequent ones. How does this compare to BMW or Mercedes? Over a 10-year ownership cycle, a Porsche will typically cost about $17,900 to maintain. That is nearly $2,000 more than BMW and $5,000 more than Mercedes-Benz. The reason is parts exclusivity. Audi and Volkswagen share a massive parts bin, allowing them to keep costs down through volume. Porsche, however, uses model-specific engineering for its sports cars. The suspension components on a 911 are not shared with a Volkswagen Golf. You are paying for a bespoke engineering solution in every part you buy.
After everything we've discussed, the $25,000 brakes, the $600 oil changes, the bumper removal air filters, why do we keep buying them? It's the resale hedge. The Porsche 911 and 718 Cayman have the lowest 5-year depreciation of any car on the market. A 911 might lose only 19.5% of its value over 5 years. In comparison, a luxury sedan from another brand might lose 50 to 60% in the same time frame. When you factor in that massive resale value, the high maintenance costs actually start to look like a bargain. You might spend $2,000 more a year on service, but you'll get $20,000 more back when you sell it. For the disciplined owner, Porsche maintenance isn't a sunk cost. It's an investment in an asset that happens to be one of the greatest driving machines ever built.
Ultimately, Porsche maintenance is pricey because the cars are built with zero margin for error. They are high-performance machines that require high-performance care. If you want the experience, you have to accept the mandate. 1. Use the right fluids. A40 specification is non-negotiable. 2. Find a specialist to avoid the dealership markup on labor. 3. Source OEM parts from the same factories that supply Porsche to save 50%. And 4. Never ever skip a PDK service. A Porsche is a vehicle that rewards consistency and punishes neglect. If you take care of it, it will provide a driving experience and a financial resilience that no other brand on earth can match. Thanks for watching. If you're a Porsche owner, let us know in the comments. What was your biggest sticker shock moment at the service counter? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of high-performance engineering.